And welcome back, guys and girls. We let the men go back to the back, catch their breaths one more time, especially since Steve is still recuperating from that beating he did catch from Grimm shortly ago. Second match in the heavyweight division is a go, and Steve comes out swinging for the fences already. Ends up with that shot to the guts. Off the ropes. Jumping knee early. Steve trying to make this a short night. Rising knee to the head of Tapatio. Sends him into that corner. Tapatio bounces right off. And throws him to the outside. We're seeing all sorts of aggression out of the Samurai in this match here, folks. Tapatio into those steps. Rolls out of the way of the stomp. Tapatio finally gets his first bit of offense. Sends Steve along that barricade. Just walks on top of him. It's almost 500 pounds. Right on the sternum. That's not what you want. Comes back the same way he went over. Steve fights from the ground with the fireman's carry. Roaring elbow on the outside. Stomp to the guts. Steve sends Tapatio back in. We finally get this action back on the inside. Sends Tapatio back in the corner. Fights out with the back elbow. Holds him in the chin lock. Set of knees to the guts and follows it with one to the temple. Right back over the top rope though. Kamagiri from the big guy. Steve, that overhand shot. Corkscrew neck breaker. Tapatio goes under that bottom rope. Does not want to get pinned here. Back on that apron. Steve, that shot. We're back to the playground, folks. Steve waits for him to get up. Runs through with the space. Tornado. Oh, Gawa. That's where the Samurai in his name comes from. You see that shoulder claw. Goes for that knee to the back. Tapatio rolls out of the way wisely. Runs through with the bulldog. Face first onto those mats. Steve back on his feet. Shoulder on shoulder tackle. Tapatio fights back. The back body drop from the ground. Big Papa working on the shoulder now. Bounces Steve's face off that turnbuckle post. Sends it back in. Taking full advantage of that extended count. Tapatio was thinking Boston Crab. Steve's arm immediately grabbed a hold of that rope. Does not want that weight dropped on him. Hits that corkscrew neck breaker again. So we get our first cover of the match. Tapatio fights out at 2.5. No gimmicks. Back on that shoulder, trying to take some of the power away from Big Papa. Falls over the stomp to the guts and back to work on that shoulder. Maybe he knows something we don't. Shoulder's not normally part of Steve's repertoire of targets. He usually likes the backbreakers. So he gets the big man up on that top rope. And as I say, he likes backbreakers. We see an avalanche style one on that top turnbuckle post. So we get that body-to-body cover attempt. Tapatio kicks out at 2 again. Steve just mercilessly going after that shoulder. Heads up to the second rope. Dives down with the body splash. Grabs a hold of the back of the mask. Slingshots Tapatio back to the center of the ring. Has him up for a power bomb. Drops him with that lung blower. All sorts of strength out of Steve. Tapatio muscles out at 2.5. This count's getting a little bit longer. Steve, that shot down low. Hooks him up with that cutthroat. Gets that backbreaking, just knees to the back. I heard 3. The ref saying it was 2.9. Tapatio fights out. This match continues. Uses that injured shoulder to knock Steve down. Has him up on the opposite shoulder. Spins him down. Power slams him dead center of the ring. He gets his first cover attempt of the match. Steve muscles out at 2.25 himself. Has Steve up. Spikes him with that side of guac. Pulls him away from those ropes. Doesn't want to make the same mistake he did with that crab earlier. And Steve muscles out right after, too. I think that slight delay. In fact, I don't know if Papa got all of it with that shoulder being destroyed as it's been. Steve's been targeted for a good bit of this match. Comes with a lariat. Has him up in the military press. Drops him down. Off the ropes. Giant splash. Has Steve up in the fireman's carry position. Hot shots him on that top rope. Steve fights out at 2 yet again. Tapatio's wrenching on that neck. We know that Steve has been on the concussion protocol already, so that neck and head, are target areas. Steve fights from the ground with that big up haymaker shot to the face. Ref a bit slow on the count. Slightly out of position. And Steve changing the offense to the other arm now. Wants to try to take away all the power game. Papa's heard that song too many times. Fights from the ground with a series of shots. Mexican whip to the corner. Steve fights out, reverses it. Could be looking for that turnbuckle post backbreaker again. We've seen him hit it once in the opposite corner. Drops him. All that weight just centered on that spike. Steve looking for a cover. Big Papa fights out at 2. Back to work on that primary shoulder he's been focusing on. Papa not fighting back with that one as quickly as he was the opposite arm. Corkscrew neckbreaker. It's been Steve's go-to this match. And we're heading back outside one more time. Steve with the Cobra clutch on the outside. Snaps him down with the Russian leg sweep from it. Canadian leg sweep, Russian leg sweep. Papa, though, fights back with that arm breaker. Has him up for a power bomb. That does not look good. Right onto that apron and then whips him around into the apron again. The hardest part of the ring. And follows it through with the leg DDT. Papa has him up, just powerbombs him on the outside, follows it up with an elbow drop immediately afterwards. Refs count at 7 as the action back in the ring now. Papa with the cover attempt after those pair of power bombs on the outside. Maple Leaf Musashi, though, kicks out at 2.5. No. What's Papa thinking here? Misses the double axe handle. Steve wisely out of the way of it. Runs through with that running knee he caught him with earlier. Has Tapadio up one more time. Could be thinking that powerbomb lung blower. Gets all of it. Brings him back to his feet immediately. Snaps him down with that Russian leg sweep. Could be thinking that lung blower one more time. Gets all of it. Tapadio, dead center of the ring. And Canada gets their first points. Right here we see that first powerbomb lung blower out of Steve. Steve is deceptively strong. That cutthroat straight jacket neck breaker. The side of guac here from Tapatio. I don't think he got all of it though with that shoulder. Couldn't get the proper torque on it. So we get another look at it. Steve muscled out at 2. See that hot shot later on. But in the end, Steve takes out 2 giants tonight. Technically, I guess he caught the beating from Grimm earlier, but has had no small task to be victorious tonight, but is. We get our second debut of the night. So we have a transplant from our Irish subdivision. Blarney Stone Blitz as Celtic Dragon makes his BWO debut. Taking on Supernova Pro's favorite Super Junior, favorite member of the Blitz division. The man who took Iceman to the limit, Space Homie Mike Smith. Will be the last match for Canada for the night, as we have Ireland, and Canada. These two men are going to be like watching a video game with all the speed turned the full way up, pumped full of caffeine, and then supercharged a little bit beyond that. These men will be fast and all over the place, so don't blink. We've been seeing footage of Dragon sent from overseas in the Emerald Isle. This kid's ridiculous. We all know what Space Homie's capable of. Has taken one of the greatest to do it, Iceman, to the limit. Is one of the few men to have kicked out of an icebreaker this season. We prepare for the first match in the Blitz division of our World Cup. And our very first look at the Celtic Dragon. Crowd seems to be into it. We like the masks here. Unless you're Cade, of course, who just hates everything in a mask besides the Mayhem masks. Those are more like face covers. Dragon with the superhero landing. Stretches out. This is his first match on American soil. And a man that needs little to no introduction. Man from another galaxy in Canada. Space homie Mike Smith. Everyone's favorite Super Junior. And by everyone, I at least mean Chippy Stacks of Supernova Pro. Easily the most charismatic and flamboyant of the Blitz division. I think it's just part of a giant mind game, though, because this kid is able to go. Both of these men will be flying around this ring. Neither one will necessarily have the speed advantage, as they are both just ridiculously fast. Space homie might have a bit of an experience edge. We get ready for our first match in the Blitz division. Lock up in the middle of the ring. Dragon with the wrist lock. Goes behind in the full hammerlock from the behind position. So we get the very Irish whip back around into the Rana. Space homie fights back with the uppercut. Kicks him down low. Proper corkscrew neck breaker. Heads up to that second ring, second corner, and we get the corkscrew Phoenix splash off the second rope. No water in the pool. Dragon with the standing moonsault. This action fast already. We get a 1 count. Dragon with that kick to the sternum. Follows it up with another from the ground. Overhand shot. Michinoku driver too. One of the few power-ish moves we might get out of this match. Spikes that arm onto the mat. Beckons Space homie to get to his feet. Turns around, goes for the moonsault. Doesn't get all of it. Looks like he actually caught him with more of a headbutt there. Very Irish whip. Catches him with that super kick on the way back in. Space homie trying to use those ropes to pull himself back up. Celtic Dragon there with the stomps. Side kick to the guts. Balls it up with a shot. Ducks the clothesline, runs into another one though. Space homie fights back with an uppercut. Follows up with another run. You're not done. Space homie with that corkscrew neck breaker yet again. Dragon wisely fights out from under the ropes though. Dodges any pin attempts. Space homie though spears him off that apron. Follows him outside. Pays back those sets of kicks he was taking earlier. Standing 450 splash on the outside. Not a lot of people can do that. Space homie can. He's not a lot of people though. Up from the fireman's carry. Drops him down with that detonation kick. Rest count of 5. Double leg drop to the guts. Roundhouse to the top of the mask. Spins him around. Follows up with a corkscrew kick to the face. Kicks him down low. Spins him around, follows up with another kick to the head. Could be thinking that standing 450 again. Gets all of it. Space homie wanted to go back in. Looks like he actually wants to win this match properly. Dragon sends him back in. Gets in on his own. Tyrion DDT. Only get a 1 count. It's been a lot of space homie for the last couple minutes. Dodges that drop kick from the Dragon. Space homie though overshoots that lariat. Fights out of the corner with the back elbow. Goes for the corkscrew, a little too much stank on it. Second Tyrian DDT off the Dragon. Follows it up with another one. Someone called DJ Khaled. Get that forearm. Follows it up with another one. Ducks the clothesline. Float over Pele kick. As he gives Space Homie a taste of his own medicine with that short corkscrew roundhouse kick to the head. Off the ropes. 2 out of our 4 matches have had him tonight. We get another look at a Shining Wizard variation. This could have been Thinky Michinoku. Space Homie fights out of it. Walks into a back elbow from the Dragon. Has him up in a powerbomb position. Holds on to the back of the head. What's he thinking here? Bridges backwards. Hold on. Space Homie fights out at 2.5. Looks like he may have been busted open on that back elbow he just caught. And Dragon's feeling himself tonight. Looking to make a statement. 630. That's one of Space Homie's own moves. Using it against him. Space Homie fights out of it. Rolls out of the way of that kick to the back. Sleeper slam. Looks like Dragon's foot was under the ropes. Count's broken immediately. Has a hold of that chin lock. Kicks Dragon down low. Has a hold of the wrist. Rolls through with that arm drag. Uses the hop rope for the extra bit of torque. Space Homie grabs a hold of that mask. Kneels down with that face breaker. Has Dragon up. Dragon, though, rolls out of the way, showing the agility. Space Homie right back on him. Snapmares him down. Goes for the drop kick, but gets dodged. Dragon ducks the lariat, goes for a set of kicks to that leg. Trying to take some of the spring out of Space Homie. We get another cover attempt. Space Homie out at 2. Action continues. Dragon with the drop kick of his own to the back. Has Space Homie up. Space Homie floats over, lays him out with the DDT. Space Homie trying to catch his breath. Heads up top. Drops the 630 of his own. And Space Homie now puts Canada in the lead. That bridging power fault behind powerbomb. Right after Space Homie got busted open with that elbow drop, as we see here Dragon 630 splash with that corkscrew. One more look at it, it's a thing of beauty. There's few that can do that. There's about as many men that can do that as that standing 450 that Space Homie does. Dragon with the strikes there, that kick to the leg set. Would not be enough. We get a look at Space Homie with his 630 in the corkscrew. I hope that's not the last time we see these two men sharing a ring, because that was ridiculous. So we get ready for our main event, our first tag team match in the Cup. As we have the new Blitz Division champion teaming up with his mentor, Bake, representing America, taking on the former champion, Dougal Devlin, and his tag team partner, Murphy Law. We opened the card rather tonight with America and Ireland. We're closing it with America and Ireland. As Mighty looks to continue his winning streak that he's got going for him right now with his mentor. Devlin absolutely not happy with the fact he's no longer our Blitz Division champion. Mighty looked like he changed his game up at that pay-per-view. Bate coming off that big win on his double matches of the night. Fought it unrestricted and insert coin to continue. Ireland is 1-1 on the night, 1-1 in the tournament. Evan Myers picked up that win earlier, and as we just saw, Celtic Dragon took that loss to Space Homie. The Fomori looking to keep them ahead. And the Vanilla Gorilla himself, Bake, coming out first by himself. We have seen him and Mighty team in the past. Still not 100% sure how their chemistry is going to carry them through the tournament. Bake, firm believer of the tough love principle. We saw him and Mighty go at each other in the very first match of the Storm era. We get our first look at the new Blitz Division champion. Tag team partner and trainee of Bake. Gotta say, those lightning bolts look good against that black and gold. Marcus and Devlin beat the hell out of each other for almost 15 minutes. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but when you were watching it, it was something. But in the end, that blizzard of 93 that he loves secured him his name in the record books as the second Blitz Division champion. They get ready for their first opponents in this tournament. But Fomori will not be out here with Shannon Higgins, she made it to the semifinals of that big ladies night tournament in HCW. If you haven't watched it yet, it is on demand. And then we seen her later on that week, the next day I believe it was, take on Valerie Savage in what's going to be billed as a best of 7 for Supernova Pro. Shannon doing split duty, working for all of us here in the Triad. There will be a whole lot of cross promotion coming up in the next few months from the three of us. So if you aren't following High Class Wrestling and Supernova Pro, like, share, subscribe, all three of us. Mighty and Bake walk past their opponents, start jaw-jacking immediately. Dougal Devlin looks crazy enough without being upset and pissed off that he lost the belt. Be interesting to see how he carries that over into the match now that he doesn't have that championship. There is no confirmed leader of the Fomori. I like to think that it's Devlin. He seems like he is the most in control of the three. And it looks like Bake and Devlin are starting this match off. And it looks like our timer's finally working as we see Bake opening up with his traditional DDT. Bake, with the most experience in this match, has more experience than the other three men put together. As Devlin floats over, showing some power. Plants Bake with that Michinoku driver 1. Sorry, that was a Michinoku 2. Bake comes back with that short arm lariat. Brings Mighty in immediately. Devlin fights from the ground with a shot to the guts. Runs into a fireman's carry counter from Mighty. Mighty has control. Snapmares Devlin down. Goes to work on that neck. Falls over the kick to the spine. Mighty could be thinking springboard. As Devlin looks for that tag, brings in the biggest man on his team, Murphy Law. Murphy goes for that short drop kick. As Mighty comes through with a running DDT. Shades of the Mentor on the apron. Bake brought back in. Murphy fights off the ground with the elbow. Runs through with the clothesline. A series of stomps right in front of Mighty. Prevents the tag. Goes for that low kick. Bake catches it, kicks him in the hamstring. Super kick out of Bake. Not something he throws often. Sends Murphy Law into that corner. Runs through and catches a big boot for his trouble. Law has him up in the electric chair drop position. Drops him down and flips him. I don't even know what you call that. Pulls him back into the Fomori corner, tags in Devlin. You do not want to be in the electric chair drop position out of Murphy Law. Devlin has Bake up, plants him with that Irish Curse backbreaker. Holds on, makes it a double. Finishes it off with a 3-piece. Grabs a hold of the neck. Takes Bake down. Drives that knee into the inner leg. Grabs a hold of Bake. Drops him down with that shin breaker. Holds on. Follows it through with a dragon screw. Going after that surgically repaired knee. We know Bake has had trouble with that in his past. Catches Devlin, knows he's looking tandem, walks into a back elbow. Bake fights back with an arm drag takeover. Go behind German suplex. As he brings in his protege. Mighty grabs a hold of the arm. Stomps on the fingers, trying to take away that grip strength of the submissions. That's part of the strategy when they fought at Insert Coin. Kicks him down low. Pops him up from the vertical, drops him into a powerbomb. Both of these men have those bizarre transitional moves. Big shot from Mighty. Sends Devlin into the corner. We've seen these two going at each other since Ballroom Blitz. The rivalry continues. Devlin almost caught Taunton. Has a hold of that leg. Step over toe lock. Goes to work on those ankles. Knee to the guts. Huge knife edge chop in the corner. You're allowed to woo if you want. Devlin brings in Law one more time. Law with the shots. Mighty just dodges the super kick. Gets brought back though into the uppercut. Mighty with the double leg takedown counter. Has a hold of Law. That gut wrench powerbomb overhead style. Brings Law back up to a knee. Has a hold of the arm. Follows up with those kicks to the sternums. Brings him in for that short arm clothesline. Sends Law into the corner. Gets reversed. Law goes pillar to post. Sends it back into the femoral corner. Devlin comes in. Stinger splash out of Law. Devlin distracting the ref. Bate catches a shot onto Law. Gets brought back in on the hot tag with that distraction. Runs through at the clothesline. Big kick to the sternum. One more clothesline out of Bake. Those shots to the face. Follows it up with that stomp to the upper back. Law sweeps the leg. Heads up to the second rope. Follows it up with the blind man elbow drop off the... Stomping on that beard of Bake. Brings Bake back up, puts him right back down with that left hand shot. Sends him into the Irish corner. Bake fights back with a big boot. Go behind backbreaker. Off the ropes, Fat Boy splash. Bake building that momentum. Hard to stop once he gets going. Steel City Lariat lays out Murphy Law clean. Mighty brought back in. We are 8 minutes gone in this match. Mighty with the go behind. Short German. Has him hooked up in the Dragon. We know it's coming next. That straight jacket finishing off that Three Rivers suplex combination. Sends Law back into their corner. Brings Bake back in. Put him up on the shoulders. Magic Killer. Law kicks out. As Mighty grabs a hold of Devlin, but gets flipped out. Devlin with that backbreaker. Law ducks the clothesline. Plants him with that sleeper slam. It's Devlin and Murphy now on the outside. Sorry, not Murphy. Murphy's in the ring. Mighty. Bake fights back with that overhead shoulder tackle. Heads up top. As Murphy tags in Devlin. Runs through with the clothesline. Follows over the kitchen sink knee and another clothesline on Bake. Stomps to those arms, trying to take out that lariat. Has a hold of the head. Tries to work on that hamstring. Bake rolls him out of it. Grabs a hold of Devlin. Looks like he was thinking powerbomb. Devlin, though, with that float over into the sunset flip. Mighty grabbed the attention of the ref. Caused him to be a split second late on that count. Down with those low kicks. Bake catches him, though, sends him back into the corner. Bake and Law having words now. Kicks Law down low. Switches attention back to Devlin. Bake with that package pile driver. Mighty catches him. Plants him with that brain buster. Mighty heading up top. What's he thinking here? Waits for Devlin to get to his feet. Jumps through with that Rana off the top. Holds on. Devlin out at 2. Mighty playing to the crowd. Bake's going to yell at him about that. Breaks the wizard rule. Mighty with that senton. Shades of his master. Runs off the ropes to the double axe handle. Going back up one more time. Guillotine leg drop. Gets all of it. Pulls Devlin back in. Plants him with that sit-down spine buster. Devlin, though, pops up with the Rana. Mighty with the arm drag takeover. Has Devlin up. Devlin, though, over the shoulder. Plants him with that reverse DDT. So we're coming up on 3 minutes left in this match. Devlin with that low kick. As Mighty hooked up, plants him with that package knee breaker. Spikes both knees down. Sends Mighty into the Femori corner, brings Law back in. Could be thinking death from above. Law's going to splash off here onto that exposed leg. Trying to hyperextend those knees. We get a cover out of Law. And that's going to be all she wrote for Bake and Mighty in the first round. As Ireland goes 2-0 over America tonight. If you look at the highlights, we see Mighty there finish off those 3 rivers. Then hit the magic killer on Murphy Law. Beginning of the end, though, right here with that package knee breaker. And then Law's going to splash off and hit that knee. And the Femori is going to stand tall here as Devlin gets some measure of revenge over the man that took that Blitz Division title off of him. And that's going to do it for us here tonight on Storm. We do apologize again for the technical difficulties, both in the delay of getting the show on today and the one we had in the middle of it. Keep an eye on the Facebook, keep an eye on the Twitter. We'll let you know if we're able to do the show again on Friday or Saturday. Things have been weird. Keep your eyes peeled for HCW. Doing a double show on Wednesday with Supernova Pro. I have been your voice of choice, DrMarxout, signing off.